Why is this Solstice Portal so important and such a pivot point for all of us? Hi, and I'm Sonia Davis, Spiritual Growth Strategist, and welcome to my Wednesday wanderings here in the park in the absolute glorious sunshine. It's really, really warm. And I'm going to be honest, I'm grateful for the shade under the trees. I've got my hat on because it's so hot right now. And I hope you're doing well, whatever the weather is where you are and whenever you watch this. So I'm recording this on the 18th of June. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, something like that. Wednesday the 18th of June, and it's about 36 hours until the actual moment of solstice. No, more than 36. Oh dear, see, my brain's melted in the heat. Two and a bit days. The actual moment of solstice is going to be roundabout. It's just after 4 a.m. on the Saturday the 21st of June. That's here in the UK. It will be different time in different time zones. It might be on the 20th for where you are. So 2.5 days to go until the actual moment of solstice, and it's huge. It's absolutely enormous, and I wanted to come and talk to you a little bit. I'm walking towards my favourite tree. I'm going to get some shade and shelter under there. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why this portal is so important, and what's going on, and how it might be impacting you. So, shall we dive in? I'm just gonna come here. Oh, it's beautiful shade under here. I have to even take my sunglasses off. Look, hello. And look, here we are. Beautiful tree, it's enormous. This canopy, honestly, it's all the way around. Look how all this is one tree. All those branches. From this beautiful tree right here. Oh, I love it. If you watched these before, you will know this tree well. It is my favourite tree in the park. I do love all the trees, and I do wander around and say hello to them all, but this one's special. It's got a special energy, and it always loved talking to me. So, this solstice portal, well, we're already deep inside the portal now. It's feeling really big. It's a real pivot point for all of us as individuals and as humanity, if I'm honest. I mean, let's not underestimate the size of this one. This portal, I'm just going to move around here away from the path a bit because there's quite a few people wandering around today. Obviously enjoying the sunshine, which is great. But this portal, why is it bigger? So you will know, particularly if you've been watching me for a while, that since Pluto went into Aquarius last November 2024, everything started shifting. Things have been building up for this for a long time. We've been going through the ascension process since December 2012, in fact. But we're at a bit of a critical mass right now. And this is where everything's changing. People are waking up to the reality of what's going on, what's been going on for a very, very long time, for millennia, in fact. And let me be really clear. People talk about patriarchy, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of that word. I used to use that word. I'm not a fan of it anymore, because actually patriarchy implies gender, and I actually don't think it's anything to do with gender. Now, I know that's a controversial view, but it's true. Honestly, I think gender is a convenient distraction. I don't think it's about gender. It's about power and control. It's about the people and the entities and the beings behind them all being in power and control. And for as long as we are divided into gender groups or non-conforming gender identities, their version of non-conforming, I'm saying. I'm not talking about you. As long as we're split into those, there is more division, and therefore we do not come together. And that's not to negate any of the absolute horrendous things that have happened in the name of gender, but I actually don't think it's actually about gender. I think that's a convenient distraction. Maybe I'll talk about that some other time. But those that are in power and control are feeling the energy shifting. They're feeling the change. More and more people are waking up. Now, I do not watch news. Again, you'll know that about me if you've watched me for a while, if you know anything about my world. But I've got an essence. I know the essence of what's going on out there. And the reality is there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of fear-mongering. But there's also an awful lot of people seeing it for what it is, as noise and chaos and ridiculousness. Now, the reality is, it's always been that. What's different is that people are seeing it. People are waking up to it. People like you are seeing it for what it really is, rather than taking it at face value, which is what we've been conditioned to do for a long time. And that's what the system, if you like, has been teaching us to do, has been to take their version of what they want us to see at face value. And now people are waking up and going, hang on, that's nonsense. And in whatever way that shows up for you, you are moving beyond believing the hype, believing the created, manufactured chaos. I mean, it's ridiculous. If it wasn't so horrific, it would be laughable, right? Let's be honest. It's like the most crazy slapstick comedy sketch out there right now. Except it's real people suffering, and I'm absolutely not negating that at all. I'm not dismissing the level of pain and suffering that's going on with that. But when you take a step back and you look at it and you see just the chaos and its randomness, and you think, why the heck is anyone letting this happen? The point of this right now, and I am coming back to the Solstice Portal and why this is relevant. The point of this right now is because you're waking up and you're seeing it in that way, and you're going, hang on, this is nonsense, this is ludicrous, this is ridiculous. And it doesn't matter which country we're talking about, which political system we're talking about, or even any of the other things going on that aren't about politics, and there are other things going on. You're all waking up to the fact that this doesn't have to be like this, and there is another way. And that's what the ascension process is all about, is about dismantling the old systems and creating new ones. Now, the problem with that is that the people who have benefited from the old systems are like cornered animals fighting back, and they're getting more and more ridiculous in their attempts. It's a bit like the playground bully at primary school, right? When you were really small, 7 or 8 years old, that one bully, except they're cornered and no one's believing them, and no one's taking their nonsense anymore. And they're getting more aggressive because of it, because people aren't believing them and they can feel that. That's what's going on the world stage. It is like the playground bully. You already know that. You wouldn't be in my world if you didn't. But that's what we're going through. And the problem with that is that the process of change is difficult. Now, that awakening is happening on a global stage very publicly, but it's also happening inside you, inside all of us, internally, in our physical bodies, in our nervous systems that have been conditioned to respond in certain ways to certain things. And we're going, hang on, no, I'm not buying that anymore. But your nervous system needs retraining to deal with that. In your psychology, in your subconscious mind, you're going, hang on, that's nonsense. And you're noticing different things in yourself that have kept you small for a long time, and now you're going, hang on a minute, I don't need to think like that anymore. Now, the process of that is difficult. It really is. And sometimes it takes reaching breaking point, literally breaking point, to be able to emerge out of that and through that. And I hope that's not happening for you. that is sort of what happened for me. I went through 5 months off work with burnout, not because of the stressful job, although it was stressful, but because I was squashing myself into a way of being that wasn't authentically me, because that's what I was conditioned into. And that was my awakening, was going, hang on, no, I'm not here for this anymore. I'm here to be me. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to help other people navigate this process, which is exactly why I'm talking to you today. 4 years ago, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be having this conversation with you, because I hadn't gone through my process of breaking. And it's also showing up in your spiritual side. The fact that you're even engaged with me, you are spiritually aware, you're spiritually awake, you're spiritually curious, whatever stage of the journey you are at, and it will be different for all of you. You're going through a process of emerging like a butterfly, and you're in that difficult chrysalis phase right now, and it's hard, it's difficult, it's not an easy process. And this solstice portal, coming back to the original point, this solstice portal is like there's so many light codes coming in from the solar flares at the minute. The upgrades are massive right now, and the Schumann resonance on the planet as Mother Gaia upgrades as well to hold the new frequencies. I'm seeing this solstice portal in a couple of days' time as a cleansing place to walk through, a healing space bathed in beautiful light that is going to help you integrate and feel the new version of you with confidence. It's about releasing all the mammoth, massive changes that you've been going through just this year alone. I mean, we're in June and we're 6 months into the year, and oh my goodness, how much has changed? I mean, I don't even know who I was last week, let alone 6 months ago. And I'm sure you feel the same, right? That's the pace of change right now, and it's all coming to a critical mass and all changing. And this portal is going to give you that healing balm to shed the bits you're ready to let go of, to heal the wounds of the things that you've been letting go of, because you don't just rip off old plasters and things without having to then cleanse and clear and heal afterwards. But it's going to make you stronger if you embrace it. It's going to help you navigate what's to come next. And I'm going to touch on that. I did talk about that in a video a couple of weeks ago, one of these Wednesday wanderings a couple of weeks ago, but let's go into a bit more on that. July is looking like it's going to be the point that everything explodes. And I don't mean literally. And I'm not an astrology expert. I follow a lot of astrology. I do know what's going on, but I'm no astrologer myself. There are some incredible people out there that are. If you want to know who they are, then let me know and I'll drop some names. But July looks like it's going to be monumental. And then we go into the annual Lionsgate portal on the 8th of the 8th. That's always a big one. That's one of my favourites. Partly because it's so closely connected with Goddess Isis, who is one of my favourite guides that I work with all the time. Bridget, Isis and Kali are my 3 goddesses that I work with consistently. And Isis is so powerful and potent, particularly at the Lionsgate portal. And it's going to be huge. So I anticipate, and like I say, I'm not an astrology expert, but I anticipate some really, really big things happening through July and August. So this solstice portal is also your opportunity to heal everything that's happened before, so that you can be ready and solid on the foundations of yourself to then navigate what comes next. Because if you're still trailing all the bits of what's been going on for you over the last 6 months or beyond, you might be a bit more unsettled by what happens through July and August. And I don't know specifics. Like I say, we don't know. I don't predict the future, but you can anticipate stuff. You can see things coming to a head. And they will be within you as well. And I'm not just talking about the world stage here. I'm talking about inside you, your energies, the astrology. It's literally unprecedented what's going on right now. And I don't want you to underestimate the power of these energies right now. It's a cleansing, it's a clearing, it's a shedding of the old ways, preparing us for the new. And this Solstice Portal is a massive part of that process. I'd like to help you with that. I am running a meditation session on Friday morning, so that's on the Friday the 20th of I'm losing track. Time is skipping all over the place. That's the other thing that happens on the Solstice Portal. Time is going to do another big jump. Time's flipping all over the place at the minute. So Friday the 20th of June at 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. That's UK time, so British summer time. There's a replay available if you can't join live. Please do sign up, because in that I'm going to be completely channeling. I still don't know the details of what we'll be doing in that, but then, to be fair, I never do with my meditations. My guides always come in at the 11th hour and say, right, start here and then we'll take you as we go. I very rarely know what we're going to be doing in these, but I do know that it is going to be about cleansing, healing, releasing, and creating the most beautiful foundations within yourself, within your energy body, to be able to then navigate what comes next. That's what this is about, and I'd love you to join me if you're able to, either live or on replay. Because when I do these sessions, I create the space in a way. I do them on Zoom and I record them, but I create a sort of a vortex portal around them so they completely hold on to the energies of what happens in the live session for the recording. So I would love to see you there if you'd like to. It's £33, and I'll pop the link for that in the wording with this video. But these are massive times. They're huge. I mean, I should probably share, I've been going through my own process, and it is really, really big. I mean, just last week, and that's one of the things for me you might not know about me, I tend to go through these things before other people do, because part of my role is to be here to help you navigate them, having already gone through them myself, because I am also human. Yes, I'm High Priestess on the Council of Pleiades, but I'm also a human being right now, and I still have to go through these processes myself and shed human layers to connect more with my true soul self, Keisha. And just last week, I went through another one of those myself, so that I'm ready to take you through this portal for the solstice myself. And I will be doing all the work. I always do the work myself before I guide others through it, and that's part of my journey. That's part of what I'm here to do, in fact. But yeah, last week I burnt down most of my offers in my business and went, no, that's it, they've gone. But what I've done is I've created like phoenix out of the ashes. It really is. I burnt it all down and the phoenix rose. And now I've got a whole new, I mean, honestly, it just lights me up talking about it. It's a 6-month program that I'm going to launch on the 1st of July. And I haven't finished building it yet, but I already know that it's absolutely perfect. I've started doing some of the free intro calls for people for that, and oh my goodness, they've been off the charts. I've done 2 so far at the time of recording this, and I've got more booked in this week. And I mean, just those are powerhouses in themselves, and it's so incredible, because if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, would I burn down everything I've got and start again? I'd have said, don't be ridiculous. I've got to keep going. I can't stop. But it just, something wasn't feeling right. So I leant into it and the right pieces fell into place and I trusted my instincts completely, went with it. And now it's like, wow, this is the most powerful, beautiful phoenix rising from this. And it's just lighting me up. And it's just perfect. And it's absolutely, oh, honestly, anyway, if you want to know about that, I'm not here to waffle on about that here, but if you want to know about that, drop me a message or let me know, and I'm happy to show you. It's not, I mean, I don't have a web page or anything like that for it yet. I've got a Google Doc that explains it and a few other bits and pieces along the way, but honestly, it feels so aligned, and that's beautiful. And it's ready for the portal, because I had to be ready for the Solstice Portal so that I can guide you through it. That's the point. That's what I'm here for. That's part of what I'm about. That's part of my mission, is to be the way shower that does the work first and then goes, right, come and learn from me because I've done it. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to be you. I'm about 2 steps ahead of you. Come with me, because it's a beautiful thing. It is genuinely a beautiful thing. So, wow, this Solstice Portal. And can I just say, this, I know I get random on these Wednesday wanderings, but honestly, I come out with a vague idea of what I'm going to talk about and where I'm going to start. And then I put my hand on the tree and I channel completely. I've no idea what I'm going to say. There's no script. I'm just talking into my phone in the park with my hand resting on the tree and just feeling the energy of Mother Gaia and of all of my guides around me. And I can feel Isis with me now, and she's guiding my words right now. So these sessions, these messages, these Wednesday wanderings are completely channeled. They're not scripted, they're not planned. I barely 10 minutes before I start know what I'm going to talk about. So I love this, and I love doing this. So there's obviously something in what I've said that you need to know, and it will be different for different people watching this, and that's perfect, and I love that as well. It just feels so beautiful right now, and the light codes are huge and the energies are beautiful, but they are also brutal if you're not working with them. If you're trying to push against them, it's going to be hard. My biggest piece of advice to you right now would be, let it happen. Let the change happen. Don't try and cling on to the old ways because they're safe and familiar. Allow the change to flow through you. It wouldn't be there if it wasn't right for you. I fundamentally believe that. I would love you to join me on Friday for the solstice meditation. Like I say, the link for that will be below. Otherwise, I am sending you the most beautiful, glowing solstice blessings for this coming June solstice, whether that's summer or winter where you are. It's definitely summer here in the UK. And I look forward to being with you again soon. And I keep forgetting this. Please do like this video if it's useful to you. And please do subscribe to the channel, because it really makes a difference. And I appreciate every single one of you. Honestly, when someone subscribes, I do a little happy dance. I'm like, yay! Someone else likes what I'm saying, and it's amazing. And it feeds my human ego, and it feeds my soul, because my soul knows that this message needs to get to more people. So it's a beautiful thing. So thank you. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful, beautiful solstice. And I'll be with you again soon. Take care.